So children, in activity number 1, we have to categorize whether the plant is a herb, a shrub or a tree based on the following observations. So what was the observation and what do we have to see? We have to feel their stem and try to bend them gently. You have to try to bend them gently, but do not bend so hard that this might get broken. So you don't have to bend the stem very hard. Okay. So by bending gently, you will get to know whether they are tender or they are hard. Okay. Now after that, you have to take care. You have to take care that the stem does not break. Right? Now hug the plants to see how thick their stem are. So you have to check that how much it comes in your arms. Are you able to hug the trees, or it comes between your palms only, or you have to hug it with both the arms, or one arm is sufficient? So by this we can we get to know the girth, girth, girth of the tree, like tree trunk. Okay, so how wide it is in circumference. We also need to notice from where the branches grow in some plants. Okay, this is very, very important, children, right? We have to see that branches grow from which part, right? Whether it is close to the ground or higher up on the stem. Okay, we will now group all the plants we observed in table 7.1. Some examples are shown. You can fill the column 1. Okay, so 2 and 3 for many more plants. Fill column 4 later studying the section. So children, you can write here, you can add 1, 2, 3, 3 more plants, and then you can fill column 1, 2 and 3 by looking at the plant, and column 4 will be based on the observation, it will be categorized. Okay, so based on these characters, plants can be classified into 3 categories. They are herbs, shrubs and trees. Okay, what are these? They are herbs, shrubs and trees. An example of each is shown in figure 7.3. So this is the diagram 7.3, where you can see this is A is herb, B is a shrub and tree, C is a tree. So according to the height, A is the shortest one. This is as high as you, as tall as you, a little bigger than you, taller than you, and this is the biggest. And when you look at the branches, here you can see the branches appear from the top, here from the base, here also from the base. Yeah, the branches appear from the base only. Now these are the suggestions that you have to work in a group, since we are doing it at home. So there is no group, no question of making the groups. You may also use weeds with soft stem for the activities. Yeah, there are some weeds also which are very soft. Weeds are unwanted plants which we don't want. Okay, do you know that what weeds are? Yes, unwanted plants. So this is the definition. In crop fields, lawns, in pots, often some unwanted plants. Okay, often some unwanted plants and weeds start growing. Have you seen farmers removing these weeds from their fields? And have you seen them removing it? Why do they remove it? Because they take the nourishment which we want the plants should be taken. So this is taken by the weeds only, and our plants do not grow, right? So here we have seen the herbs, shrubs and the trees, children. Now we are going to see the definitions. Plants with, now this needs to be underlined and very important, children. Plants with green and tender stems are called herbs. They are usually short and many may not have many branches. Okay, so plants with green and tender stem. So the stem will be green colored and it will be tender. Okay, tender means soft, right? And they are short and may not have many branches. Some plants develop branches near the base. Some plants develop branches near the base, and the stem is hard but not very thick, right? Some plants develop branches near the base of the stem, but the stem is hard but not very thick. Such plants are called shrubs. Means they are thick but not as thick as trees. You can see the tree's stem is so thick and hard, right? So they are called shrubs. And some plants are very tall and have hard and thick stem. The stems have branches in the upper part much above the ground. This is the main difference. The branches in the upper part. The stems have branches in the upper part much above the ground. That is why you are able to see the tree trunk. Okay, such plants are called trees. Okay, children. So here you can see, yeah, look at this. Here you are able to see the tree trunk, right? So if you are able to see the tree trunk, can you see here? So this is the tree trunk. Yeah. So this trunk is there and the branches starts much above the base of the plant. Base of the plant is here. But the branches appear much above the base of the plant. But here you can see branches in the shrubs. It is thicker, but the branches are from the base. Yeah, it is thick. This is soft and tender in case of herbs, and but the branches still here appearing from the base. Okay, children, so this is the main difference. Now what are the difference? First we'll talk about the stem. Here it is green. You can see the stem is green and this is tender, children. Green color means it's very tender. This is little brownish, okay, but this is thicker than this. This is very thin. This is thicker than this, and here in the tree you can see this is very thick. Now branches much above here, much above in the tree, and in case of shrub it is from the base, and in case of herb also it is from the base, children, right? So based on the above characteristics, can you now classify the plants listed by you and complete the column number 4? Okay, so but just look at the whatever 3 more plants you have added. So you have to check the plants also. Just don't add any name of the plant, any name of the fruits or vegetables whose plants can't be seen. You can check the plants and then you can very easily, you have to see whether it's a herb or it's a shrub or it's a tree. Okay, children, so this is not very difficult. Now this we will be seeing creepers and climbers are left. So this we are going to see in the just now. We'll just check it out. Plants with weak stem that cannot stand upright but spread on the ground are called creepers. Okay, so what are creepers? Plants with weak stems that cannot stand upright. So very weak stem and they can't stand straight up. Okay, they spread on the ground called creepers. They can't stand up even with the help of, you know, some helpers. That also it can't stand. So these plants are called creepers. So they have to have the they just grow onto the soil, while those that take support and climb up are called climbers. So one who can climb up with the help of support are climber. One, even with the help of support they cannot climb up, means their stems are very 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 weak, they are called creepers, right? So creepers are made to creep on the ground because the stems are very 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 weak. But the climbers, the stems are strong enough to climb up with the help of a support. So one which is on the soil ground creeping is creeper. The one which is climbing with the help of support is climber. So these are the different, these are different from the herbs, shrubs and trees. So now we saw 5 different varieties. First we saw the herbs, then shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers. Perhaps there are some plants in your school or at home that you take care of. Write down the names of any 2 trees, shrubs, herbs, creepers growing in your house. Okay, children, you can see here creepers. So this is a big pumpkin. So check it out. This is a big pumpkin because the pumpkin, the fruit is so big. So if the plant, yeah, it happens, once the pumpkin tries to grow with the help of a helper, but once the plant has its fruit, it cannot go up because of the weight of the fruit. So it grows as a creeper, right? Now you can see the climber, money plant, it's a climber. So now we know that in climber and creeper you can't differentiate on the basis of the stem, the place where the stem starts, the place where the branches starts from in the stem, and the thickness can be again the creepers and climbers, their stems are green tender and they are very soft. So here the clear difference is creepers just creep on the ground and climbers can climb, right? But here in the case of herbs, shrubs and trees, we have the differences based on their stem, whether they are soft tender, whether they are thick green brown, or whether the branches starts much above the stem or from the base of the stem. Okay children, so we are done with the different types of plants, that is herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers and climbers. I hope you understood. Yeah.